All right, so today we're going to dive into the really powerful, fiery energy of the planet Mars. We're going to explore what it's all about, the incredible benefits of a ritual called Mangal Puja, and, well, why doing it in the sacred city of Kashi is considered just so uniquely potent. But first, let me ask you something. Do you ever feel like you're just constantly in conflict? Either with yourself or the people around you? That feeling of frustration, maybe being a bit short-tempered, or just feeling like you're constantly hitting wall after wall? Well, in Vedic tradition, that might just be the influence of an agitated Mars. Okay, so let's get right to the heart of it. Mars has this really fascinating dual nature. It's a planet of both incredible, powerful energy and, at the same time, intense aggression. And you know what? Understanding that duality, that's the key to absolutely everything we're going to talk about. And you can see the two faces of Mars right here, laid out so clearly. It's kind of like a coin, right? On one side, when Mars is balanced, it gives you this immense energy, courage, confidence, and just sheer determination to go after your goals. It's that fire inside you that drives you forward. But when that same energy gets agitated, the coin flips. That beautiful energy, it turns into anger. Courage becomes reckless impulsiveness. And that determination, well, it just twists into constant draining conflict. And look, we're not just talking about some abstract idea here. An unbalanced Mars can show up as very real, very tangible problems in your life. We're talking about things like constant anger, a lot of tension in your marriage or relationships, struggles and setbacks at work, even things like being more prone to accidents or getting into disputes over property. It's a seriously disruptive force when it's out of harmony. So, if that's the problem, what's the solution, right? Well, this brings us to Mangal Puja. It's this incredibly powerful Vedic ritual that's designed specifically to harmonize that exact energy of Mars. Now, at the very heart of this puja is its core mantra. And here's the thing you have to understand. The point of chanting this isn't to get rid of Mars's energy. I mean, you wouldn't want to do that. That's the source of your drive, your ambition. No, the goal is to channel it, to transform that raw, sometimes aggressive power into something focused and really, really constructive. And this right here, this is probably the most important thing to get. Mangal Puja isn't about just adding more fuel to the fire. It's about building a sophisticated engine around that fire. It's a kind of discipline, you know? It takes the strength you already have and gives it a positive, stable direction. It's what turns that raw anger into focused courage and chaos into crystal clear clarity. And the results? They can be absolutely transformative. The puja is really well known for reducing the effects of something called Mangalic dosha. That's a specific planetary placement that can really affect marriage, and it helps resolve delays and just create more harmony. It boosts your confidence, gives you a leg up in legal matters, and even offers a kind of shield against accidents. It literally turns that chaotic energy into a dynamic force for your career and your business. Okay, so you can perform this puja anywhere. That's true. But there is one place on Earth where its effects are believed to be amplified, like exponentially. And that place is the ancient sacred city of Kashi, which you might also know as Varanasi. So, why Kashi? What makes it so special for this? Well, it's like this incredible spiritual formula. First off, both Mars and the city of Kashi itself are deeply connected to the fire element. So there's this natural resonance, this perfect match. Second, Kashi is what's known as a karma bhumi, a land where spiritual actions are believed to get you swift and really powerful results. And third, and this is huge, it's the city of Mahadev, of Lord Shiva. His divine protection is said to oversee every single ritual performed there. And when you put all three of those factors together, wow, something truly incredible happens. The ancient texts say that a Mangal Puja done in Kashi doesn't just calm your anger, it actually transforms it into spiritual discipline, into what's called tapasya. It doesn't just end a conflict, it literally transforms it into a victory. Now, when you hear about that kind of transformation, anger into discipline, conflict into victory, I mean, that's powerful stuff. But it probably brings up a really practical question for a lot of us, right? How on earth can you access this power if you can't just pack up and travel to Kashi? Well, the answer lies in this beautiful ancient concept called sankalp. And that's a totally valid question. The thing is, the Vedic tradition has always understood that, yeah, physical distance can be a real barrier, but it also created this profound way to bridge that distance, to make sure that where you are on the map doesn't limit your access to this spiritual grace. So what exactly is sankalp? Okay, it's way, way more than just making a wish. Think of it as a sacred, super focused intention. When a priest takes your name, your family lineage, your gotra, and the specific reason you're doing the puja, they literally weave all of that into the sacred mantras. What they're doing is creating a one-of-a-kind spiritual address that belongs only to you. Here's the best way to think about it. It's like a radio frequency. A radio can only pick up the station it's tuned to, right? Well, your Sankalp is your unique frequency. It makes absolutely sure that all the positive energy, all the blessings generated by that puja and Kashi are tuned and transmitted directly to you, no matter where you are in the world. It's your spiritual presence that matters, not your physical one. And what's so cool is that modern technology now lets this ancient practice work perfectly. You've got expert Vedic pundits and Kashi performing the puja in your name. You can actually watch it live as they clearly state your name and your Sankalp, so there's no doubt in your mind. You can join in on the whole ceremony remotely through video, and get this. Afterwards, the blessed prasad from the offering is even shipped right to your address. It makes that whole spiritual experience completely tangible. Okay, so let's bring this all together for a final, really powerful message. I think it's time we all reframe how we think about Mars. It's not something to be afraid of. Instead, we should see it as a potential source of just immense personal strength. Because here's the ultimate lesson of a balanced Mars. It's not about learning how to fight aimlessly. It's not about just being aggressive for the sake of it. No, the true gift of Mars is a kind of wisdom. It's the strength and the clarity to make the right decision at exactly the right time. It's all about decisive, constructive action. And so I want to leave you with this one final thought. When this powerful, fiery energy is harmonized through the puja in that sacred land of Kashi under the watch of Mahadev, Mars goes through its ultimate transformation. It stops being an aggressor in your life, and instead, it becomes your greatest protector.
Become part of our family today. Subscribe to Varanasi Divine Services and connect with the energy